guys. Go ahead.
Clarke, how do you feel? Tell us how this all emotions right
now. Well, obviously it's devastating for me. I mean, I wasn't expecting that when I went to the doctor that morning. I mean, everyone thought it was going to be a muscle strain or something with the forearm, but obviously everything didn't go as planned. I mean, it's a tough blow, a tough pill to swallow, but I mean, I'm going to have worse things in my life and I'm going to have better things in my life. I mean, it's going to be a long recovery process, and I'm ready to go get surgery done and get rehab so I can start attacking it and getting ready to go after it. I had to deal with my brother who had cancer at 21, so I think if this is the worst thing that I have for the rest of my life, then I'll be all right. So I mean, I'm ready for the long road ahead, and I'm ready to get after things, and I'm going to treat the rehab process like every Friday night game and go out there and attack each day and try to get better and get back to where I can get back out on the mound and compete again. So I'm ready to get things going.
What did you feel on the mound on Thursday night?
No pop, nothing crazy pain, nothing like that, just tightness really. So it was a weird case. I mean, even the doctors, and before I went and got my MRI, they thought it was a muscle strain. So for it to come out, the results be like that, obviously it wasn't the way it planned, but I mean, God's got a bigger plan for me, and He's blessed me with this wonderful platform and this talents and the support system I had, the fans, everybody who reached out to me, that was awesome. And so for me to be able to have this position, I mean, God's put it in my life for a reason, so I'm going to use it the best I can and continue to glorify Him. So I mean, I'm thankful, and I'm still going to be happy and treat my life like I'm very blessed and in a very good position in my life. So I'm going to get ready for the rehab process ahead and ready to get back out there.
How important is your faith right now?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, when you have a position like this and you feel like everything is going your way, and then next thing you know, you get a blow to the ribs. It's kind of like you got to rely on Him. I mean, He's God's. I mean, to be in this position I am, people would die to be where I am. I was a 21-year-old kid pitching in SEC on Friday night, so I've been extremely blessed, and I'm extremely thankful, and my faith hasn't changed at all, hasn't deterred at all. I'm still extremely thankful in Him, and He is much bigger than my problems. So I mean, like I said earlier, if this is the biggest thing that happens in my life, then I'll be all right. So I'm gonna get ready for the rehab process and continue to go at it each day like it's a Friday night game, and go out there and compete and get back to where I can get back on the mound.
Has it also hit you that, in all likelihood, you pitched your last game for South Carolina?
Well, I mean, obviously I have to talk to my family about the draft process. I mean, it's kind of been a week full of a lot of emotions and stuff like that, so nobody knows exactly what I'm going to do. But I mean, right now the main focus is on the team and helping these guys out. I talked to the younger guys, and it was tough having to address the team and let them know the situation at hand. And when I had to tell them Monday morning, it was tough. And I pulled some of the younger guys aside, and I wanted to talk to them and let them know that they got to step up. I mean, someone's got to take a big role and get some innings under their belt and be in situations that they're not usually used to. So, I mean, my job is to be out here and cheering as loud as I can and helping these guys and lead these guys. I'm still a leader on this team, and I still have a major impact off the field. So I'm going to do everything I can to keep them in the right way. And I think that if they think they can still win, they can still win. I mean, some people are going to be counting them out now that they don't have one of their weekend starters, but that's not the case. I mean, we had enough talent in the beginning without me to go out there and still win every weekend. So I think that's the main message I told these guys, that you guys can still win with or without me, and I'll be doing everything I can off the field to help them.
Who were some of those young guys you pulled aside and talked with?
Colby was one of them. I mean, he's got a lot of talent. Colby, Cody, Sawyer, all those guys. I mean, they got to get ready for a position that they're not used to. I mean, I was kind of thrown in the fire my freshman year and had to be a weekend starter as a freshman, and so that kind of set me up to help them out in this position I'm in. And I want to tell them that they can. I mean, any pitcher on the staff has the talent to go out there and get outs on a weekend. That's not the question. It's really just a mental warfare kind of when you're out there. It's kind of tough when you're going out there and facing an SEC lineup for the first time, especially on a weekend start. So, but a lot of these guys, they can do it. I mean, anybody can go out there and get out. So they got to be ready for everything, especially this weekend against a good lineup like that.
Have you guys thought about who you want to do the surgery, where it will take place?
I talked to my family. It was obviously it's a hard discussion. Everyone's with the success rate of the surgery. That's like the good part now. It's so high now. It just depends on how you do your rehab, and if you do it right, then if you're coming back or not. So I think I'm going to go to Dr. Alchek in New York. He's the Mets team doctor and surgeon. So we got a lot of recommendations from him, and he's supposed to be the top of the best. So he worked under Dr. Andrews, obviously, and so we're gonna go to him. I think I'm flying out to New York on Tuesday and plan on getting surgery, going under the knife on Wednesday.
How much has Will helped you?
Big. I mean, even Will, Coley, John, all the people who've been through this Tommy John, it's special to see that their support staff, and they instantly took me under their arms and said, hey, it's a long process, but I mean, if you do it the right way and you do the rehab the right way, you're going to come back better, if not, or good at just as much as you were, and if not better, especially with everyone coming back. I mean, you look at the results and everybody's coming back better than they were before, so that's my outlook on it. I get a new arm and I get a new pitch count on my arm, so I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to get back out there. It's going to be fun. I mean, obviously it's going to be a long battle, but I'm treating this like it's a long off season, so I'm itching to get back out there already.
Clarke, you touched on your brother's situation. How obviously he's been supportive of you this week, and how much are you going to draw on what you all went through with Clayton last year?
It's going to be big. I mean, to go through some adversity like that, I mean, that's kind of unmatchable adversity when you have your brother diagnosed with cancer, and that's kind of life-threatening. Me, I'm getting arm surgery. I'm not getting diagnosed with cancer or some disease. So, I mean, I'm extremely blessed, and obviously Clayton's going to be I talk to him a lot, and I'm going to be leaning on him a lot, and he's going to be pushing me through this, and my support staff is unbelievable. My parents and the fans. I had so many people reach out to me, even Clemson fans are reaching out to me, so it's special to see the position I'm in and how much God has blessed me with. And so to have my brother who's been through this and my family who's been through a tough situation, that's going to be huge. And like I said, this is not the toughest thing I'm going to go through in life, so it's going to be good to have someone like that to bounce ideas off of and thoughts off of, because I understand that you're going to have good days and bad days through this rehab process, but when you have a support staff that's very good like them, it's a lot more good days than bad days.
When do you start thinking MLB versus whatever else decision could come next?
I mean, you got to start. I mean, obviously, right now the main focus is on the team, but closer to the draft, that's when things start getting discussion. I mean, obviously, it's not the way I wanted it to happen, but I mean, if we got to talk about with the family, it's a big decision. Obviously, I mean, Vice pitching here every weekend or choosing to go into the minor leagues and do rehab with them. So there's a lot of questions up in the air. I mean, like I said, we got to wait closer to the draft, and when numbers start getting thrown around, everything starts getting thrown around, there's a lot of questions to deal with that. So, I mean, like I said, it's closer to the draft is when we'll start thinking about that. Right now, my main focus is getting on this rehab and ready to get things going. I'm ready to start trying to get back to 100%.
Thanks, Clarke. Appreciate it.
Thank you all. Thank you all for everything.